Hey, I'm actually getting ready to do an interview for the podcast. So I figured I just jump on here and do a live before I end up doing the interview because I don't know how long the interview going to go, and I didn't want to, be too long. But if you don't know, the podcast dropped a new episode today. I had relationship expert, relationship coach on there, Focus James from the Focus of Love. It was an amazing episode. I want you guys to go check that out. The podcast is The Enlightenment Moment. It is on every podcast platform that you can find it on. Just type in The Enlightenment Moment and it will come up. If you catch this on YouTube or Facebook, I will drop the link in the description. And if you catch this on Instagram, I will put the link up. But I think on Instagram you can't click the link, but I'll put the link up. If you're on my page, then you can actually see the name of the podcast on my page. I actually put it up in my stories. So go check that out. It was an amazing show. This one that I'm doing the interview for is going to be an amazing show. I'm excited about the guests that I'm going to have on there. You guys will hear more about that. But for now, this topic today is on meditation, and meditation as it pertains to noise pollution. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, my brother actually came over last weekend. My little brother came over last weekend and he spent the weekend up here. And we're both from Philadelphia. So he lives in South Florida. I moved to North Florida, and he came up and we were talking about the area because it's nice and quiet here. Where he lives is quiet. But he was explaining to me when he moved down there, it was hard for him to be down there because it was so quiet. When he actually moved down there twice. When he moved down there in college, and then he moved back down there now that he's working for a company down there. But he said that he couldn't really get used to it being so quiet. He said that was something that really bothered him. And for both of us coming from a city like Philadelphia where you constantly hear noises, sirens, you hear people outside playing, you hear gunshots, you hear all types of noise, neighbors, people playing loud music. But in these neighborhoods, at least where we are typically quiet. You hear frogs, you hear, crickets, grasshoppers, cicadas, you hear things like that. You hear the birds chirping. So it's a different experience, even in the daytime, where it's people out and about. You don't hear the type of noise pollution that you would hear in bigger cities, or at least not in Philadelphia. And for me, I told him that it wasn't that much of a big change for me because I was looking for somewhere that was quiet. I was looking for somewhere that didn't have a lot of noise, a lot of outside noise, a lot of sirens, a lot of people talking. That's the type of environment that I was looking for. And I created that environment for myself when I was still living in Philadelphia through meditation. When I meditated, you block out all of the outside noises, all of the noise pollution that you will hear coming from the outside world in order to calm yourself and look inward to do your meditations. It is multiple ways to do meditations, but blocking out the outside world was foundation for me when I did meditations. So coming down here and moving down here and it being quiet is something that I look forward to, something that I was happy about, because we get so conditioned by hearing all of these outside noises, all of these things going on around us, that we feel like that's normal. And it's not normal. It's not normal to have so much noise, people playing music, people listening to rap music, people talking, people watching TV. It's a constant flow of outside noises that disrupts your equilibrium or disrupts your peace, the balance that you're supposed to be in. And that's really not the way things are supposed to be. But we've been conditioned to feel like that's normal, because if you're in it for so long, your body starts to adapt to it. And once you leave that situation, once you leave that area, it may feel foreign to you. So that was just a conversation that me and my little brother had, and he was telling me like it was something that he really had to get used to. And Um, it was crazy because I seen on YouTube, it was like a YouTube short or something like that, and the guy went and it was a meditation room of some sort, and it was pitch black, and it was sound. The room was soundproof, and they said he was in the room for about a half hour, and he started hallucinating. He started, you know, going quote unquote crazy. But that's what happens when we're so conditioned to feel like that we're supposed to hear all these outside noises. And I feel like that's one of the things that people started fearing the most, sitting with themselves. That is, they started fearing that the most, especially when we had situations where it was quote unquote lockdown, where we had to be in the house and quarantine and things of that nature. People were going crazy. People didn't know how to sit still. People didn't know how to sit with themselves because people were so used to being up, running around, talking to people, and being here and there and having all of these distractions, that when it's time to actually sit down and possibly sit within yourself, it was driving people crazy. So meditation for me is one of those things that is essential to my mental health. And I believe it's essential for everybody's mental health. And once you start to do it, it may feel awkward if you're not used to doing it. But once you get the grasp of it, and once you get that momentum, and you start to see the benefits and having a clearer mind, and blocking out all of that noise pollution, you will see that meditation is something that you've been definitely missing in your life. I urge everybody to start a meditation practice, even if it's just a minute a day, moving up to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Do that and see how it will change your life. If you don't know how to meditate, get in contact with me. I do guided meditations. I can teach you how to meditate. There's different forms of meditation, different ways to breathe when you're doing meditation. You could visualize when you're doing meditation. You can sit, you can stand, you could walk, you could jump rope. There's so many different ways to meditate. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be good to go. So again, if you're looking for meditations, if you want a beginning meditation program, if you want guided meditations, get in contact with me and I will get you guys set up, and we will start a meditation program right then and there once you let me know what it is exactly that you want and need. So again, just try it out and it will cause a world of difference in your life. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow.